All right, everybody, welcome back to another review. Today, as you can see, we're looking at the Spider-Man retro carded Green Goblin. This is a reissue. I don't know. This is at least the second reissue. I'm not sure. Can't keep up. But it is from that original. It's even got the same stuff on the back here. You got that Spider-Man. You got kind of classic Electro, which, man, do I want this one so bad. Never came across it, but I would like to find that one for sure. You got the Peter Parker half mask, which I don't think I care for. Gwen Stacy, and then that Daredevil. Daredevil figures are just hard to come by, man. I don't know, but you got some Green Goblin art there, nice and clean, crisp. You got the IKEA look right there, and then you got a thing that says one of the few who knows that Spider-Man is really Peter Parker. The Green Goblin is perhaps the web slinger's greatest foe. So there's that. I got this for technically $30, but I had a discount at GameStop, so I think like 25. But you do get the the normal retro carded art there, as well as a nice render there for Green Goblin. And this is obviously the more comic book looking one, not the animated series one, even though it is in the animated series style packaging. Yada yada yada, but I'm gonna get into it. So let's get them out of the package here. So he does come packaged with Norman Osborn head, a pumpkin bomb, and there's a second tray back here with the glider. So there's that. Pumpkin bomb. Old Normie. And there we go. Perfect. So, yeah. Here he is. The Green Goblin. And I think I'm going to look at the accessories first here. So here's the Norman Osborn head. I don't know how much. I'm pretty sure it's the same sculpt across the board as the original. I don't know about the paint apps. I can't imagine that the original release, excuse me, of this head looked this good. I mean, we've definitely seen better. But, it's he's got the waves. It looks fine. This doesn't really strike me as being outdated. But, yeah, so there's that. Here's the pumpkin bomb. Very tiny. I feel like I've seen somewhere this green is translucent. But if I had to guess, I'd say this is molded in orange and then painted green. Although I'm seeing something peek out of the green. No, that's like purple. There's like purple in the green of the flames in there. You can kind of see it right there. So that's interesting. It's not very big. And then here's the glider. It's casted in this swirly, twirly, metallic kind of gunmetal gray. It's fine. When it comes to customization of this guy, I'm definitely going to have some fun with this. I'm going to go over it, add panel lines, add some brighter silver here and there. But there is a kind of a slot in there for a ball. I know the that really weird 3-tiered stand that we saw with the animated. Did the animated series one come with it? I don't know. I know the Hawkeye with Jet Cycle came with it. That stand that has 3 different heights, but it's like a weird triangle, and there's 3 different balls on it. That will fit in here, but if I remember correctly, I think it gave me some trouble. It's a real tight fit. I can't remember if I had this one in my old collection. I want to say I did, because the Hobgoblin did not come with this glider. I can't remember what glider the animated series came with. The 2-pack with Mary Jane. I don't know. No, I don't think it came with this one. I don't know. I think I had this one before. I'm not entirely sure. I remember that Hobgoblin one was horrible because it did not have these little elf shoes. And those are kind of crucial when you hook them in here, like so. It really helps it stay secure because there's no peg holes. There are peg holes on the bottom of the feet, but not on the actual glider here. So, well, it looks fine. You know, you got that little demon-looking head on the front, but yeah. So there's that. And then customization on the figure, I'm probably going to go over the silver on the belt buckle and then probably add some silver to buttons and buckles on the actual thing here. Nothing else. I have the urge to paint this belt buckle a dark metal. And I don't know, because on the image here, his belt buckle is just kind of that plum color, or I guess a brighter, almost pink color. But so is the buckle on the strap, but the buckle on the strap here is silver. So would it really look that weird if I painted that? I don't know. I have an urge to do it. So, but we'll see. Paint apps out the box. There's not a whole lot of paint on this figure at all. Boots are separate piece molded in that plum color. Green is all molded in that. Let's see. There's obviously some paint on the head, but this is a separate piece molded in that color. The head's a separate piece molded in that color. You do get some yellow eyes with the black and the white, and obviously there's gums and teeth in there. I remember not liking this head sculpt. It is kind of wonky now that I'm looking at it on the camera here. I feel like I hated it more. So maybe, let's see, this is the same. That has to be the same images from the original release, right? Well, it doesn't even show that one on here. Maybe it's updated in the paint apps with the eyes. I don't know. But yeah, so there's silver painted there, but everything is pretty much molded in the color. And the only paint besides the head in this is on the neck there. That is painted on over the plum color. But that's basically it. Sculpt is pretty phenomenal. These boots here are super wrinkly where they need to be. And then they got the hook up here. Kind of get the more pirate boot looking thing with the point up here. But there is like cuts and tears on the bottom there. So, same with the gloves. Super wrinkly. Got some tears in there. We've seen this bag many times. And then the head is pretty well done. I like how wrinkly the cap is. The head looks phenomenal. I will say the torso, and this is where most of my issues come with this figure, is the torso. One, it's a really old torso. Like, look how small the ab section is. It just looks almost too toy-like, and it doesn't go forward much. And going back, you get this really ugly gap in there. And it also just looks soft in the musculature, especially compared to the limbs that have obviously scale texture throughout. Oh, and then my main thing is, I guess it's not the shoulder's fault, but as you can see there is a decent ledge there. These arms don't want to go up, and if you do get them up, like here I am trying. Is that it? They just don't want to cooperate with this torso. So I do think, yeah, because I was able to get that one up higher than this, which that one is. So that's about as high as I can get it. Maybe if you heat it up a bit more, but I don't even think heating it up will stop it from eating the plastic. I don't know if you're able to. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. It is eating up right there, so be mindful of that. I guess, let's see. Before I get into it here. Also, this, what do you call it, scarf piece? It is a separate piece that just floats there. I wish this was just kind of glued down. It's kind of annoying. But getting the Norman Osborn head sculpt on there. There you have them right there. And it's fine, you know, it gets the job done. But I want the Goblin head on, so I'm gonna take this back off, put Goblin back on. And I don't know if it's just my copy, but the head is, at least the Goblin head, it's kind of tricky to get on. It's kind of a weird thing to get a grip on. And then the disc hinge is kind of loose. So there's that, and he only comes with these hands, which is fine, I guess, but they do hold the pumpkin bomb in either hand fairly well. Well, I say that and he drops it. I'm sure there's probably a better way to, okay, well, have I spoken out my ass? There you go. And that looks fine. I'm cool with it. And then I guess I'm just gonna get out of the way here, him on the glider. Let me see if I can get him in a somewhat presentable pose here. So you just kind of loop his Waluigi feet in there, and there you go. That's what he looks like on the glider. And you got some leeway with the shoulder, or the almost said elbows, the goddamn knees. You can get him into various crouching positions and, you know, what have you. He's probably just gonna stand on the glider like that on my shelf because I don't have a stand yet. So, but yeah, that's the accessories pretty much out of the way. And then before I get into articulation, because I'm trying to hit all the things I've been forgetting. Here he is next to the Hellfire Gala Spider-Man for height comparison. If I can get him to stand straight. There he is, a little bit taller. And not just because the hat or the ears. I mean, the top of his head is pretty tall. So there's that. And then articulation. So the boots down here, forward-facing pin for rocker. There you go. The wrinkles are going to get in the way either way, so going forward, not a whole lot, but they will go backwards. And that's fine with me. There's a boot swivel there. Since this is an older figure, and I don't think there's a whole lot updated here, it is pinned limbs, legs and arms. But it is double jointed, and they go surprisingly far back. Like, that's pretty good considering there's the scaly look and the boot cuffs there. So that's fine with me. There's an upper thigh cut, works fine. Legs can go back. That's quite a bit. I think it can go up if you ride the curve of the crotch. That's pretty good. And then sideways, that's pretty much the average there. So there is a waist cut, which you can kind of hide with the belt there. There's that. And then, like I said, this pretty shitty ab crunch goes forward that much, goes back much more, as you can see. But with the way the head's set up, it's kind of makes up for it in my opinion. The head is on a disc hinge, so tilt, decent tilt to be honest. Looking down, pretty much all the way. Looking up, almost. I feel like I would want a little more, but that's fine. As long as you can get him to do this, to crouch and still look forward, I'm fine with that. So that's nice. And like I said, the shoulders, they can go all the way around. But like I said, this one I'm only getting up to here. But this one, if I really just not give a shit about eating the plastic, I can get that one to go up a notch higher. So I don't really know what the full range of that is, but there is an upper bicep swivel, double jointed arm, which that's with the cuff of the glove, not great. It's kind of weird because there's only that much of the lower arm. It's not a whole lot. And like I said, this is a separate piece, so I'm hoping it's pegged and glued, because sometimes it feels a little iffy, but I don't know. And the hands do swivel, hinge down and up. I will say, though, there's parts of the cuff that dip down a little bit further, like this area here. So you might run into stuff there, but, you know, everything's soft enough. So yeah, that is, see, this is what I'm talking about, that scarf. It's just kind of wedged in there. It's annoying, but whatever. So yeah, this is gonna be a quick one, I fear. Overall, I'm fine. I was pleasantly surprised with the movement of the legs. The shoulder needs work. I think the torso, if you just update the torso, most of my complaints would be gone. Other than that, you know, you can get him into the poses you'd probably want to on the glider. And it's Green Goblin. I mean, what more can I say? He's just a goblin guy. So would I recommend this? I'd say so. I think this is the definitive kind of normal comic book Green Goblin. I still prefer the animated series one. I think that one is much more on the clean side. But that one doesn't have the scale texture. This one does. So if you kind of want that, this is the one. I know there's another one. It looked a little bit more, I don't know what I want to say, edgy. I don't know. But this one still, you know, I love the green they chose. I love the plum color of the purple they also chose, and then a little bit of a brighter pink for the accessories here and there. So yeah, I would recommend it. Why not? Go for it. It's Green Goblin. Do it. But yeah, like I said, a quick one. Let me know. Is this your definitive Green Goblin? We've gotten a few over the years. What is your favorite Green Goblin? Is it this one? Is it the animated series one? Is it the other one? I don't even know how to describe the other one that wouldn't make it sound like it's this one. Or is it the ultimate Bath Goblin, which I've never completed that bath. I would like to, but let me know, guys. Comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all the fun YouTube stuff. Do what you feel like you need to do. And yeah, super quick one. And as always, thank you guys for clicking, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.